Welcome to Business Legal Lifecycle TV, the live TV show all about the legal aspects of your business to help educate you on complex legal terms in an easy to understand manner, to help understand why you need to do certain things in your business from a legal point of view, and to help you develop a plan for the future. Our mission at Business Legal Lifecycle is to help empower all small to medium-sized businesses around the world to get access to legal advice so that they can help build their communities and make the world a better place. Did you know that any business owner is on average 7 months away from losing everything? That is the average time it takes from a successful business to fold when an aspect of their business is not set up correctly. Have you ever wanted to get legal advice but didn't understand what was going on? Do you feel like there is a divide between lawyers and their clients? Then this TV show is for you. It is all about empowering you and your business with the knowledge and tools to ensure that this doesn't happen to you. Business Legal Lifecycle TV delivers a twice-weekly show focusing on the legal aspects of your business. At lunchtime on Mondays, we present Fast Fix Monday, a quick 5 to 10 minute show that will give you some actionable steps to consider for the week for your business. And at lunchtime on Wednesdays, we present our in-depth show of between 30 minutes and an hour, where we go through complicated legal aspects of your business in a simple to understand, plain English manner. And whether that is through educational pieces or interviews with experts in their fields.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Business Legal Lifecycle TV. Today is Monday, so we're in Fast Fixed Monday. As always, I have Jeremy, one of the founders, here with me. Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a good day.
Now, before we kick off for today's episode, we just wanted to share something pretty exciting with our viewers, listeners, readers, whatever you might be. We were nominated for an award, the Business Legal Lifecycle and Stratton Masons Lawyers nominated for an award through the Queensland Law Society, and that was in relation to innovation in the law. We attended a function on Friday, and lo and behold, Jeremy and I went up and accepted an award. So we won the Innovation in Law Award 2018 at the Queensland Law Society Awards Night. So yeah, we're pretty happy about that. Yeah, it's good to get an award, I guess. So
I think it's also good, Craig, that the to show that the Law Society rewards that kind of innovation. So they're not scared of innovation, that they're embracing it. So I think that's a good lesson for a lot of industries around the world to embrace that kind of innovation. Don't you reckon?
Absolutely, yeah. It's something that's going to continue, and supporting innovation is obviously a good thing. And the Law Society in Queensland is rewarding people that are doing it. So yeah, good stuff. All right, if anyone's got any questions about the award, please let us know. We can show you a photo of it. But all right, so today, Fast Fix Monday, we're going to talk about, and we mentioned it in last Wednesday's show, about taking cash as fees. So it's pretty important. It might seem like a small thing, but we're touching on it again today in Fast Fix Monday because we've seen it affect people's businesses to a great degree. So Jeremy, you want to touch on taking cash as fees and one of the major issues with that?
Yeah, thanks, Craig. So taking cash as fees, this is something that we're quite passionate about because we see it affect the value of businesses in a lot of ways. And so what we're going to talk about today is what that is, what taking cash as fees means, what the actual effect of that is, and then Craig's going to give a bit of an example of other ways that it can affect as well. So when you're running your own business, it's often tempting to take money out of the books and take it as cash. So whether you're running a professional firm like a law firm, if the client pays you in cash, you might decide to just pocket that cash and not put it on your books, not pay GST on it, not pay your tax on it. Or if you're running just a coffee shop or something similar like that, you might be tempted to say, look, I'm not going to declare that income. Now that's all well and good, and it has its own problems because it's illegal and it's technically tax fraud. But in saying that, it has a bigger effect that a lot of people don't realize. Now, as we talk about, and especially in March 2018, where we're talking about sale of business, at some point you're going to have to exit your business. That might happen by choice, or it might be forced upon you. Now, the lasting effect of taking cash as fees can actually greatly affect your price that you could get at the end of the day. So let's use, and I often use this example because I think it's a good way of looking at it. So I'm going to use a fictitious coffee shop. It's not based on one in real life. At least not one that I act for. There's probably one like it. But anyway, this coffee shop runs a great business selling food and drinks to its customers and is open 6 days a week. The owner of the business has a system where a customer just has to put $4 cash into a bucket and order a coffee, and they get their coffee. It's good for customers because they just have a few gold coins. They throw that in, get their coffee. But this fictitious coffee shop, and we know of other businesses that do this, averages around 500 coffees a week. So that's a real yearly income of $104,000. By not declaring that, he might save himself in Australia 30 cents in the dollar, or 27.5 cents with the new tax regime, which may go down. And so he's saving about 31 grand a year. So he's making 104, saving 31. When he goes to sell his business, his profit can't include that $100,000. So say that if the profit of the business on the books was $100,000, and say that he can sell that business, or she can sell that business for a multiple of 3 based on what the business earns, then they might be able to sell their business for $300,000. Now, usually the business owner, when they're taking that money as fees, is claiming all their expenses. So think about it this way. If they could now say that the business is worth $200,000, then and the same multiply, the price for the end of the day for the business is $600,000. Now, of course, we've assumed that the costs being claimed are the same, but that's a fair arrangement. So based on these numbers, there's a difference of $300,000 in the price of the business to save $31,000 a year. So that's 10 years of profit that you need to be making without the taxman coming after you. And remember that in the age of big data and everything, the taxman is matching all sorts of data. And if you buy a jet ski or going on an overseas holiday and your income doesn't show that you could have afforded those things, they get to see it. But it take around 10 years for you to make that money back. So you've got to be really careful in taking cash as fees, because whilst it might seem great that you're not paying the taxman, again, it's probably tax fraud. And you'll end up affecting your sale price. And that's one aspect of it. Craig, do you want to go through the other aspect of it?
Yeah, absolutely. So as Jeremy mentioned, you're trying to get a price from a particular buyer, and they're going to be looking at the figures, and you might say, oh, look, I did 100,000 in cash, and that sort of justifies your price. You might get over that hurdle, but when it comes to the buyer then agreeing to a price and then having to go to the bank to fund that, the bank's going to look into and do some due diligence on whether or not there's enough, income coming in that's going to support the loan, and they're not going to be comfortable with accepting cash payments as some way of justifying it. So it's going to reduce the value of your business, and may mean that a business sale might fall over because the bank doesn't allow or won't give the money to the buyer. So definitely something, it might seem like a great idea at the time, and based on those figures that Jeremy was saying, at the time it's great, but when you go to sell it, you can see that it has a large impact on the value of the business and the way you can sell it. So definitely something to bear in mind. As I said at the beginning, it's something that a lot of people don't think about at the time, which is pretty normal, but in the end, you're going to have to go back sort of 2 years and start actually declaring that cash to try to increase the value of the business. So definitely something to bear in mind. So Jeremy, unless you've got anything to add, that's it for Fast Fix Monday for March, taking cash as fees. We'll be back on Wednesday for our longer form show, which will be an interview with a person in the sale of business arena, and we'll get plenty out of that. So Jeremy, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, other than tune in on Wednesday because it's an interesting interview. So we'll see you all then.
Great. Thanks everyone. Bye.